What's going on, everybody? Brett here, and we're back today playing some more Surviving Mars on the Green Planet DLC. Picking up where we left off last time, guys. We were in the midst of a crisis. We had starving colonists. We had not enough food. One of our hydroponic farms was made to make us seeds so that we could start getting into the newer DLC stuff. We built one in kind of an emergency to stave off starvation, as well as building another hydroponic farm and setting it to the production of all the crops necessary for food. We also managed to place the water reclamation system, which is pretty sweet, but nobody's working here. And yeah, so I went ahead and added extra shifts for the machine parts factory as well as the polymer factory, because once we get this second area off the ground, we're going to have to import those things for a while. So that means we need to step up production. We need a ton of those two very important resources. And yeah, at the moment, so we have a ship coming in. Let's go ahead and unpause it. We have a ship coming in that's filled with passengers. My original plan was to dump those people, not to dump them, but to drop them over here, land their craft here, and get them operating this rare metals extractor. But I am worried about the life of the people in this dome. I'm worried that we won't be able to make what we need to have them be happy here. We could place a few more buildings, just standard, easy, cheap buildings. Like, let's say, could give them a space bar. Relaxation, drinking, social. I think that's pretty necessary. These people are going to be stressed out. Another dead colonist. But here's what else I was thinking. This rocket that's coming back, we have one going to Earth and one returning. It's bringing food with them as well. We are going to bring these people to our main colony and use them not only to replace the couple of people that we've lost recently, but also to fill in the extra shifts for all the different buildings that we have going at the same time. Our food production needs to be a major priority. Hopefully this adding priority here increases the number of people who come to work, and it looks like it is. No one needs to be in the nursery as of yet. But yeah, we've got plenty of room in this dome. We also unfortunately now have plenty of room here. Electronics factory is shut off because we don't have any rare metals. But yeah, we need more polymer. We need more machine parts. And for that, we need more people. So power is becoming an issue. Our batteries, I think, are still good. Yeah, we've got plenty of juice stored up there. Our water production had to pick up because of that horrible event that we made even worse by trying to circumvent it. Yeah, let's go ahead and land here. So when this gets to Earth, we're going to load up even more passengers, and the next batch are going to land up here. So let's see, I wanted to check to see if there were any anomalies to investigate. There are not. I had our transport buddy gathering some surface metal for us, because this part of our expansion is desperately going to need metal to keep our power sources rolling. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, I guess I must have told him to load. Let's make sure he unloads all. Yeah, that was my bad. But we need to make sure there's fuel here if we're going to put a rocket up here. And yeah, so here's the big next thing that I kind of discovered on my own. We need metal in this part of our expansion, and it's just a never-ending thing, guys. The best source of metal here is going to be the underground metals, and there's, I mean, almost 1,700 metal here. But in order to make use of these underground metal extractors, we have to have another dome.
Have arrived.
Let's go check them out, our new colonists. And they're going to move right in. Wouldn't surprise me if they moved into here, and that's great. So something that was confusing me before, if you look here, it says this building operates on a single work shift. So I was confusing the hydroponic farm with other buildings where you could add additional shifts. And I was wondering why buildings like our machine parts factory, we'll click on now, we're producing so few of the desired resources because I hadn't opened up shifts. And when I originally started playing the game again, and I kept trying to open up all these shifts here, I didn't realize that the hydroponic farms are in fact special, and they only operate on one shift. So now that I know that, check out our production of polymers now. They're skyrocketing. What is our maintenance cost? So yeah, we're currently at a surplus of 2 and 2, and that's great.
Sector scanned.
We're taking the food off. By the time the colonists get here, this should all be up and running. We could automate this, which would free up, if we automate all of them, that frees up 3 workers to go do something else. And we could really use workers in this place here. It's going to take, we're going to do it. I don't think this adds to the maintenance cost. I'm guessing a little robot's going to have to come and upgrade them. As long as it doesn't add to the maintenance cost of electronics, we're fine. Yeah, and they're offloading the food for us, so that's good. Currently sitting at 11 food. Our food production is at 17. Our food consumption is at 12. So that's good to know. We're just kind of waiting to see if it has any different look. But I guess not. Yeah, and our drones sadly have a heavy load. Once again, we've scanned an entire area that had nothing in it. It feels pretty bad. Check out this area here. It's a bit rocky. I'm not really expecting to find anything in this kind of terrain. So they should be reloading this. It'll take a while, but as it said, our drones have a pretty heavy workload at the moment. Wow, we filled up another dumping site. Here. There we go. I guess we'll add another one. Look at all that concrete. But we really could use metal production, and we need this, 1700 plus metal that's just sitting here. And this is a great spot for a dome. It's open. It'd be nice to take advantage of this research site. But I don't know exactly what the range is on the dome in terms of, how close it has to be for people to actually be able to work there. Maybe it'll show me if I make another basic dome. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty close. And it did say Vista. Wow, we could try and make a barrel dome. Does that give us a bigger... It does give us a slightly bigger range. It looks like it also includes... It says research site, plus there is a Vista there. Do we get both bonuses? It'd be cool if our first larger dome was here, but boy, that's going to take a lot of polymer. Takes 1 polymer as maintenance, whereas this only takes... Man, I really want to get all of that. Do I try and get greedy? We do have a medium dome in research. Let's see what we're researching right now. Definitely not a medium dome. I would like to get that, though. It's a pretty expensive thing to get. We're currently sitting on low G fungi. I don't know if we have as much research as I wish we did. But we're getting 300 per. And that's probably because we've taken researchers to work in other fields. So yeah, I think our best bet right now... It has no spire slot. That's the big thing. Okay. It's a small domed configuration. So it has the same amount of space. It has a bigger area of effect, but no spire. I hate not being able to use a spire. Let's go back into research and see if we can bump something. Provide oxygen and improve soil quality. These are all very important, probably much more important than what we're currently looking at right now. So we don't I mean, we don't really need a spire, but I like for all of my domes to be able to have the option to have spires, because you get some spires later in the game that are just amazing. Man, how are we able to keep up with this maintenance? But anyway, I'm super happy that we were able to get more people. What's the issue here? Not enough workers? Yeah. What's our capacity like for this dome? 6 out of 14 currently. Man, we could even bring the next rocket. Let's check it out. Passenger rocket. We'll trust that the game isn't screwing us over. And we'll launch. We could speed this up a little bit. So yeah, I realize nothing is really being done other than we're finally trying to get ahead. It says our production is outpacing our consumption. But boy, it doesn't look that way. Not the spacebar. I'm talking about this. These have been automated, which is great. We freed up 3 workers. Still, I'm worried because we just went down to 1 food. We have 15 stored in buildings. Okay, that makes sense. Maybe they're just moving all the food into the diners. I don't think they put any in the space bar. I think it's here and here. Okay. For a second, I wanted to make sure we were staving off another starvation disaster. Yeah, there's not even enough people working there. Our poor drones. Sure do wish we could make drones. Yeah, our drones have such a heavy workload. Oh, man. Let's get this refueled. Let's bring this rocket back. We'll probably also drop it here. But we're doing great. We definitely have room for 1 more group of colonists. And then I'm guessing the next group after that will be here. It costs us nothing, thankfully, to bring colonists to our humble abode. Is there anything that we can harvest while we have the time? Otherwise, I think we may need to go and pick up a lot of polymers. Let's go do that. We'll just get them started over here, and then we'll pick up as many polymers as we can, because we're going to need that to build the next dome. Oh man, so it looks like we are bouncing back on the food. But I'm worried. I feel like we're sitting currently at about 3 passenger rockets full of people worth of colonists right now, and if we bring that 4th, I don't know if the hydroponic farms, if 3 of them is enough to support 4 passenger rockets full of people. I received a suggestion to make an entire dome based around food production, and that's definitely not a bad idea. I could see making one of these and having it just be filled with like just food production, and I've got no problem with that. And thanks to these connectors, we don't even need to build all of this life-sustaining resource stuff that we've been doing. I would kind of want it to be another basic dome, because once again, farms use a lot of water. We can check out like their water consumption. And if we're going to make a dome that's just filled with farms and free up eventually to destroy these hydroponic farms, at least maybe 1 or 2 of them, then we're going to want to have a dome that can support one of these water reclamation systems, because water is currently not a super scarce resource at the moment, but it certainly could be in the future. This is almost loaded already. That's awesome. Thankfully, we have a lot of fuel. So yeah, I'm just minorly worried that we just won't have the fuel we need. So he's currently, this guy needs, no. Sorry guys, this is where like my recording stuff is, and it's definitely hard for me to see. Let's suck up all these polymers. I don't know if there's a more efficient way to do this. Or if there's even like a better place to get it. Let's also grab some of these machine parts, I guess. Maybe we'll grab 1 or 2 electronics as well. Let's grab some metals. Whatever's left, we'll just pack it up with metal. Because we're definitely going to need it if we're going to be making another dome. Alright, so both rockets are ready. Let's come and unload. There, unload all. Okay. This one is ready to go. Let's head up. And this one is ready to land. So this is just an episode where we're trying to get as many colonists as we can. We've nearly got the low-G fungi farms. That's basically my idea to solve this
colonists are
solution.
on the brink of dehydration.
Oh god.
We need to figure out something quick before they die.
Water is the vital fluid which sustains all life. The human body requires a constant access to fresh, drinkable water and quickly deteriorates when none is present. Thus, the extraction of water is one of our utmost priorities. Colonists with the dehydrated status effect have no access to water and will die within a short time. Ugh. That is not good. We've got 2 water extractors running. Oh my god. Can we get people working in here so that they stop using so much water in this dome?
New colonists have arrived.
We're just barely, I mean, we're 0.1. These new colonists, yes, they instantly filled up the water reclamation building. They brought more food with them. We're just importing food. Domes without life support. Okay. We can make like a little food storage area. Let's make a depot that's just for food, I guess. Alright, game saving. Thank you, game. We'll just put one right here. Kind of in between the domes. But my idea was to make a fungi farm somewhere right here or, you know, nearby-ish in this general area. We can make some
Sector
farms.
scanned.
No resources. God, what a bummer every single time. Okay, this should have unloaded everything, almost. And let us unload everything here. Okay. So he did his job. Good work, sir. 36% of the way to Earth. And I think we need to finally come over here and build a dome. Oh man, this is just a whole nother series of...
There are Earthsick colonists.
Oh no. Put this in here. Because we're getting into yet another series of all the life support systems that we need. The only way we wouldn't be doing that is if we get kind of, I don't know if greedy is the right word,
Research complete.
but we could try and make a tunnel all the way from one to the other. And I don't hate that idea. I just don't know how long these things are supposed to be. And if we really want our people walking from one place to the other, like that far. And they have no dome to connect it to. So colonists are Earthsick. They have access to a variety of operational service buildings that satisfy their different interests. So we probably have people who are like gamblers and all this sorts of stuff, and they're not having a place to gamble. That's usually what ends up happening. We didn't carefully vet all of our people as they came in. Man, this is going to drain our water even more. We want to make sure we're inside of our dome sphere of influence. We could place one of these here. We don't really have a great spot. I didn't really consider their influence whenever I built the domes. Let's see. We can do something like... I'm thinking we could place some here. I only want 2 of them, I think. Maybe 1 there. And maybe 1 more. Something like that. And then we're going to need to, of course, give them pipes. Did I just do a pipe valve on accident? I think I did. Let's salvage that. Don't need a pipe valve. And we have to give it, of course, we have to give it power as well. So let's go ahead and give it a power cable. And once these are built, people will get in there. It takes electronics to construct, which I'm not a fan of because we need all the electronics we can get. But it only takes metal to have maintenance. And if we look at maybe the hydroponic farm is in here as well. Yeah, their base production of food is based off of whatever crop they're currently building. And we're doing, or growing, I should say. But we're growing a mix of all of them. Optimal harvest of 12, 10. Yeah, 2.5. They reduce oxygen consumption. Yeah, some of these plants are a little bit easier on our oxygen and on our water. But all we're doing right now is we're waiting for these dang... How is the water production full? This one looks almost empty. I'm about to say, these things better turn back on. Ugh, that wasn't good. They weren't working for a second. How are you? Good. So we actually have a passenger rocket ready to go. Launch anyway. Because it's telling us that message that we don't have enough room because we haven't turned this dome on. But we're going to turn that on shortly. Alright, so what we have to do here, and I know if you were following along well, you know that I didn't have anything set up here. So we definitely need to get this going. I don't want to block anything off, so let's just make a couple universal depots. That's the easiest way I know how to do this. That way we can grab our transporter. We're going to need to load up polymers, metals. Let's see, what else do we need to build that dome? That particular dome takes a lot of polymer, if I remember right. Yeah, a lot of polymer, a lot of metal, and a lot of... We'll take all those metals and a lot of concrete. Okay. We're going to need to build another drone hub here. I think that's honestly what it comes down to. They're trying to work on this, but I think they're having a hard time. And we're going to give them all of these supplies. It's going to just speed up the process. water production is rough. We need this, like, water debuff to go away. And I thought it said it was going to take 3 souls, but it looks like it's taking quite some time. I would love to get this and improve our colonist comfort just like right off the bat. But I feel like we really need... Oh man, I feel like we really need... I would love to get the medium domes. I wanted to get more going on in the physics department. Because you see, we're unlocking tech as we go further and further down. But that is not the most important thing. This rocket's about nearly halfway fueled. What else do we need here? We could speed them up. The water chip has been fixed. Thank God. Thank God. And we're now back in a positive on water. Whew, I was just starting to wonder if that thing would go on forever, because that hit us at the same time that we started to starve. And I was honestly worried that with that increased water drain that we were having, plus our colonists barely having enough food, that we were in trouble. Food production is at 0. Okay, is that just because it's nighttime? We don't have enough stored in buildings. We need to get this built. What's the holdup here? You know what? Let's salvage this. We don't have... I don't want to waste the materials to build that. But we need to get this working right now. High priority. We have no means of making more electronics until our next passenger ship arrives. And then all I can do is hope that we don't kill off all of these people. This is nearly done. We need more polymer. Ugh. Okay. Come over here and unload this. Give them the rest of the concrete. Alright, another sector with a lot of concrete has been scanned. It's a delicate balance here. This is almost done, but we're going to have to come back and grab polymer from our main area. The happy little drones are taking all of the concrete and bringing it. So we're at 50 out of 50. No. We need you to unload. We can make it right now. Let's say we don't need fuel in any of these. They're trying to redistribute the resources that we have, but we don't ever need fuel there. Let's come back down here and grab all the polymers we can. This rocket is ready to land. Let's bring them here. Dome comes on. Let's get power and everything. This needs to be fixed. Come on, guys, fix it. Everything should be on now. Everything should be on.
New colonists have arrived.
Let's give them that job.
Failure reported. We have a food shortage.
Oh no, another food shortage. Let's get our guys and gals working in this farm. The farm and the rare metals extractor. Diner is not super high priority. We can close off one of the work shifts. You know, we can open that one. Yeah, we need everyone working here around the clock. Okay. should be now producing rare metals. Finally, let's make a depot. Depot time. Rare metals. Put it, yeah, let's put it down here. Yeah, this building needed serious maintenance. Thankfully, we have a few extra machine parts up here. Let's go to our transport, which needs all the polymers. We're just going to grab a bunch because I feel like at the end of the day, we're going to need them to help us continue doing maintenance on all the buildings that we currently have up there. And we have a bit of a surplus right now, thankfully. Hypothermia.
Our colonists are suffering from hypothermia.
Oh god. Domes feature heaters which maintain a pleasant temperature of 23 degrees Celsius around the clock, protecting against the fluctuating temperature of the fickle Martian atmosphere outside. The temperature inside the dome quickly decreases when the power supply is cut, and the colonists sure do feel the effects. If the situation remains unchanged, I'm afraid that it could be fatal. Colonists here. Are they not getting heat? Do we not have enough power? Do we not have enough stored power? Okay. That is probably the biggest problem we got going on right now. I hate that I put all of my solar energy right next to a concrete producer because that's throwing up dust and really messing with us. This might help for a while. But at the end of the day, we just need... It's really, right now, it's all about getting stored power. That way, during the nighttime, we're good. But unfortunately, these people, I knew there was going to be some kind of weird issue. They're all going to be in trouble without daytime. Come on, daytime. This battery just did not have enough juice. And this guy needs to come back, like ASAP. We need to unload all here. Come on, people. Come on, solar panels. Rise and shine. Let's go. There we go. Everything should be kicking on now. Hopefully people aren't dying. They were cold for a minute, but it looks like they should be good in a second. This has to get built first. I mean, at the end of the day, we need more and more solar panels. This became quite a big project quickly, and I didn't account for that power supply that I should have realized we would need. This is going to be a pretty big drain on our metal. But yeah, we need to get this second battery up and running. This dome should be done, or just about. Yeah, they're starting to build it now. It's got none of the life support systems that it needs. I really wish we had more moisture vaporators, but we do not. But we need a Moxie. We need an oxygen tank. Build a couple of these. They only take metal.
We have a food shortage.
Again, with the food shortage. Let's see about doing a rotation on the crops. Requires less water. That's pretty good. Rotate them in a way that they don't completely destroy the soil. Power should be getting stored here. The biggest thing is we need Man, we really need to get machine parts and polymers produced here. How many rare metals do we even have? One. One whole rare metal. This rocket's nearly ready to go back into space. This dome has been constructed, but currently has nothing going on.
Sector scanned.
Can we make a passage? Or are they just too far away? Yeah. They have to be nearer than this, which means we probably would want to place another dome here. Yeah. If they were linked, that would just make everything so much better. This dome currently has no life support. Come on, domes, get it together. Man, they're spending a lot of their time loading up this rocket, and we really don't need that happening as of right now. What do we need? Do we not have metals here? Come on, let's go get some. Get as many as we can. We're gonna need... Oh god. We don't have any electronics here. Where are our electronics? This is what I'm talking about, guys. This is what we were trying to stave off. We need electronics in order for this to work. Let's pause the game. This is a game pausing scenario. We still haven't built this. Salvage. Salvage and come and get those electronics. This is highest priority. We've got to get that power production back online. Our water tanks are filling back up. If we ever run out of power, we can open these up, but I'd rather not have to do that. God, we need rare metals pretty badly as well. We have the metal here. Why aren't they building the solar panels? I don't know. Jeez. Come on, little buddies. I could make it so that they don't refuel, but it's almost done, and I feel like I want to get this rocket into space. Yeah, let's just get it out of here. I'm not sure where our rare metals are going. It looks like someone took one. Oh, they put it on the rocket. Of course they did. We need them not to do that. I don't know if there's a way. There's a way to get them to not do that. Food production is currently sitting at 0. Guess it's just, I got them all pretty much working on the first shift. So I guess that's kind of what I'm seeing. And I'm not able to get like the full production amount. Okay, are we filling up the batteries? Slowly but surely. We just need even more solar panels and we should be fine. Okay, all of the light support systems are going. I forgot to make a depot here. Or a dumping site, rather. Make a small one, I guess. It's not really all that important at the moment. Okay, is there anything we need here that we don't have? We have oxygen. We can make an extra water tank. We've already got one here. We might as well... I think 2 is optimal. It's just metal. In this place, what will we need? We're definitely going to produce food here. Probably a lot of food. What does this farm take to build? Just concrete. Okay. If we're going to bring people here, that means we also need to make another launch pad. Which is here. Let's drop it right there. We also really need another drone commander, but I think that takes electronics, which we currently don't have. Oh man. We're trying, guys. We're just on the edge of being self-sufficient. We're skirting that. It's all about getting us to electronics so that all the buildings we have will be back to self-sustainable, producing enough food and water so that people stop dying, making sure we have nearly unlimited power because we have a solid source of metal production, which we don't currently have yet. Whew, and then ultimately hoping to link up these 2 separate bases into something cohesive. And they still haven't fixed this. We just need an electronic. Oh my god, are we gonna have to bring down our commander? Oh my god, guys. Okay. I am going to do this and figure this out probably off camera because this is becoming quite the project. Man. Our RC commander is the only thing that's holding this area together with just a couple drones, and if we can't build another one, we're in trouble. We just don't have the money to just buy our way out of this problem. We used our money to expand early, and now we're kind of stuck with what we have. Yeah. And actually, we don't even need this to be a super high priority anymore. Turn that off. Because we are no longer in the water crisis that we were at before. So that should free up some people to do some other things. But guys, that's going to be it for me today. We've expanded a lot. Hopefully these were all good decisions, but this shutting down from not having access to the electronic building materials that we were using was pretty rough. And I think the only way I'm going to be able to fix it is with an RC commander grabbing these materials, picking them up, and then putting them close enough so that then I can then move here and repair this. So that's my plan. Guys, my name is Brett. My channel is Goodtalk Gaming. Hopefully this is a good enough Let's Play for you guys to watch. Hopefully the suspense of whether or not I kill us all is enough to keep you watching until we get to the actual
Resources are low.
new stuff. Yeah, and of course, now we're running out of food. Come on. But anyway, guys, take care, and I will see you in the next one. Later.